Today we're going to draw some cats. Now there's a hard way to do it. Let me show you the hard way where you try to draw the outline of the animal. And this is what most people try to do, and I guess that's what they think artists do, is they just go around the outside and they can just do it better. But the best I can come up with is an animal cracker. We want to make this easy, and we're going to do this by roughing out a jelly bean. I'm roughing it out so that if I make a mistake I can erase it really easy. Then the next thing I'm going to put in is the head. Now the head's not going to stick onto the body. The head's going to be over here. We're just going to draw a ball. There we go. And then we can connect it with the neck. Now look how thick that neck is. It actually goes from the back of the head. It smoothly comes into the shoulders. Now to make this look like a cat, we're going to go along the tangent here, go down a little bit, and then go straight down and back. It's got to have a short nose to be a cat. If I want to make a dog, I'll make a circle, and then right about here come out. So there's a little notch here, and then drop down and go back in. You can see that looks like a dog already. Dogs just have a longer nose than cats. Now, with a cat, we're going to have a short nose, and then we'll put a couple of pointy ears. With dogs, they can be pointy, or they can be fluffy, or they can hang down, or it depends on the breed of dog, but cats all kind of just point up like that. Now, for the legs, we're not just going to draw straight lines. We're actually going to draw the arms and legs as segments. So, starting right here at the shoulder blade, we're going to sketch in an oval, and this is the whole upper arm. So like this is the elbow right here, and then we're going to make another one, and look how they cross. This is like a little carrot or something, and then right back here we're going to put a little oval for a dog. So let me go do one for the back here. Here's a common mistake that people do, is they'll put the back leg like this, and then you have this butt sticking out. We want to make this big, almost like an egg. So it's round, it matches the back end of the cat, and it kind of goes to a point here. So this is the thigh. So in the cat skeleton, the shoulder blades are up here, and the hips are up here, and then there's bone coming down, and all this is muscle coming out to make that shape. Now this is the knee right here, and there's a little bit of an ankle that goes back. Now for a cat, you really don't see a notch here because there's skin and fur that kind of comes in. This looks like it kind of curves actually. And then right here is our ankle. So their ankle's up up like this, and so their heel is here. They don't actually walk on the heel like we do. Heel's up in the air, and there's just the toes down there that they actually stand on. So the advantage of doing it this way is I can make this leg do whatever I want. I'm going to make the leg behind it on the other side. Now, from the angle this cat is, this is going to be right on top of the other one. So we're having a lot of lines here. We're going to erase what we can't see. We're going to draw it first so we can know where things are, and then we'll erase it later. So we'll make that the calf muscle right here, and then we'll make the ankle here like he's stepping on something. And here's where the posing comes in. This is a little strange, but I can erase that. If you look at a cat walk, generally this leg goes back as they take a step until this is almost straight up and down. And that's where at that point they start to lift the leg up. We're going to change this one. Go down a little bit further so both back feet are on the ground. And that's the beauty of doing it this way, is I can pose this any place I'd like. Sorry, Fido, I need to move your head. And so for the front leg, I could draw one here, like he's pawing at something, or I could draw it going back like he's taking a step. Of course, now it looks like he's a spider with 5 legs, so we'll erase the one we don't want. Now notice how these cross. There's a common error that people do, is that if you're drawing, let's say you're drawing somebody's arm, so here's the shoulder, and here's the arm, and we'll draw a box for the hand. These have to cross. If you don't do that, I've seen many students do this, is they'll draw the oval and then they'll make them touch here. And then you've got this little part where the arm is pinched. It looks really strange. What we're going to do with this is we're going to erase the parts where they overlap, and now you got one big thick arm. Or in the case of the cat, we're going to erase these joints where they overlap. This is another reason to draw light. And we have to decide what leg's in the front or what leg's in the back. It tells us which part we're going to erase. We're not going to see this part because the belly's going to hide it. And we're going to erase our little joints here. We need a paw on that leg. And we're not going to see this part of the shoulder. And this part of the shoulder is kind of blend in with the body. And we can get rid of the lines around the head. And now we've got something that looks a lot like a cat. And then we're going to make the tail right here at the top. We're going to make the tail kind of go down and back up. That's what cats normally do. Now if they're happy, the tail goes straight up. And please don't do this. Please don't draw the head and then draw whiskers like this, because they don't actually look like that. This is a symbol. Your left side of the brain likes to deal with symbols and says, oh, I know what the symbol for a whisker is. It's a bunch of straight lines. But you actually look at it, they curl. So the ones on this side will kind of, like a brush, but it'll kind of curl in like that. If you look at a cat, I mean, the whiskers have this whole area around them where they can sense things. Now, if you touch them in the face, they lay flat. I believe I've drawn this neck a little bit long, so I will erase the kitty cat's head, and I will try to draw that again. Let's put a circle here, and I will draw the short nose. And because I'm drawing lightly, it's not a problem to make a mistake. Let's draw the ears back. We'll draw the eye from the side, a little nose. Let's get those whiskers in. I like to draw it that way because as your pencil pressure lessens, it actually tapers it and makes it get to a fine point. And then from here, you could draw the lines in darker with a pencil, like I'm doing, or you could ink it in with a pen, or you could start to color it with crayon or marker or colored pencil. You could do whatever you'd like to do at this point. We've done the hard part. The hard part was getting the proportions of the animal and getting the pose right. I'm going to give this kitty cat some stripes, just for some variety. Often cats are tabby on the back, but on the other side is white, so I'm not going all the way. And I'm going to shade this leg a little darker just so it's obvious that it's behind the animal. And then we're going to put a little shadow underneath like he's actually standing on something. And we will call that done.